is Tuesday, May 15th, and as you can see, we're on port jibe here. We jibed over early this morning, a little bit later than we should have, but nonetheless, we're on a northwesterly track here, steering about 340. Present position, we're 35 degrees 17 minutes north and 74 degrees 52 minutes west, or we're about 30 miles east of Cape Hatteras. We're just exiting the Gulf Stream. At least we're exiting the current, and I just dunked my hand over the side. The water feels a bit colder too. It's still blue in color. It'll turn green probably within the next hour or so. Despite the boost we got from that Gulf Stream, and that was really helping us out. Last night we were actually getting up over 10 knots, so we probably had close to 4 knots of current with us. Nonetheless, I'm happy to be out of the Gulf Stream, because even with the wind blowing more or less with the current, you still get a lot of slop, a lot of waves coming from all sorts of different directions, and I find whenever the wind's over about 10-15 knots, the Gulf Stream gets very uncomfortable. So now we're in sort of a more rhythmic wave pattern. So things are a little more comfortable. Presently, we got southwest winds at about 15 to 20 knots. So we're cranking right along here. As we said, we're trying to steer about 340 true. And that has us on a course to close Virginia Beach, which is about 100 miles from where we're at. So we should be off Virginia Beach sometime tomorrow, midday, even with a good wind, maybe even late morning. So there is a good chance we're going to make it into Hampton by tomorrow evening before sundown. There's a chance of that. I don't know if it's a good chance, but there's definitely a chance of that. If not, then once again, we're going to be sailing in there at night. I don't know why I always end up arriving at night, but that's probably what's going to happen, because that just always seems to be the way it works out. Still have nice sunny weather. They're forecasting rain and thunderstorms. We had some squalls this morning in the Gulf Stream, but right now it's pretty much cleared out. So we'll see. We're taking the sunshine here. Batteries are nice and charged up. So I'm happy for that. And I'm happy to have a fair wind here. So that's it for today. And we'll talk to you all again tomorrow. So we've identified the UFO here, unidentified floating object. Had a very weird profile for the binoculars. And I wasn't getting an AIS signal, and it turns out to be an aircraft carrier. And through the binoculars I can see helicopters, and then just a few minutes ago a squadron of fighter jets just went arcing by, sort of off to the port there. So at least we know what that is. As you can see, this is the downside of stainless steel. This stainless steel clevis pin just broke And that goes to the block to my runner right there. And it's just old, it got brittle. So we dig deep into the spare parts box here. Cruising boats are floating hardware stores, among other things, and we'll see how this works. So it looks like we might have enough threads there. I'll need to get a wrench to tighten that down. That should get that snug. And that should do us there. So then we can go through our jibe and continue on to Cape Henry here. Ahoy everybody. It is Wednesday, May 16th. We are 6 days out of Miami, Florida. And at present, we got about 30 miles left to run to our turning point at Cape Henry. And then that's about another 18-20 miles or so into Hampton. It's presently about 4 in the afternoon. I was hoping to be hitting our turning point by now, but the winds went light on us overnight. After midnight, they fell light, and into this morning we had very little wind. So that basically added about 8 hours. So at our present speed, we're aiming to get in around 2 or 3 in the morning. However, I may heave to just outside the Bay Bridge Tunnel and go in at first light tomorrow. I'll make that decision later on. Other than that, actually we had nice sunshine this morning. Got the batteries all charged up. But as you can see, we got showers around now. And we're supposed to have this showery weather for the next several days. And thunderstorms too. They say we got to watch out for thunderstorms. Presently we got southerly winds, about 10 knots or so, and so they're moving us right along here. And so hopefully we'll be in tonight, or if not, we'll be making our way in very early tomorrow morning. Hopefully we're not going to have to deal with any wild thunderstorms. So far it seems pretty benign, but they are forecasting strong storms, so we got to be on our toes here. And here we are, it's about 10:45 in the evening, May 16th, and we're coming up on Cape Henry here. And I'm trying to stay out of this traffic lane here. Well, we just got a big ship going by us right now. And as you can see from the AIS, we got another one coming. We should pass about a mile to our starboard, which is good, because we're just to the port side of this traffic separation zone. So otherwise, we got a decent wind here. The sailing's all right. We just got to be careful of this. Got to be careful of this outbound. Got to be careful of the shipping traffic through here. So now we are making our final approach into Hampton. It is approximately 3:30 in the morning, Thursday, May 17th. And we had quite a battle getting into Hampton Roads, getting past Old Point Comfort. We were fighting that outflowing current, which was quite strong. And when the wind lulled, we were down at times to about 1.5 knots over the ground. But we made it through, and there's very little current here. We're going to turn to the north once we get past this red marker here and head up into the Hampton River. So now we're in the Hampton River, and we just got a light southerly wind pushing us up the river, and we got that's Hampton University to starboard, and then on our port side is Blue Water Marina, and can't see much because it's pitch black, and so we're going to sail up here just a little bit and hang a right and sail into the small anchorage. And luckily there will be a few spots there, and so we'll drop our anchor, and that will happen at 4:30 in the morning, May 17th. So we'll have done this passage in just a little under a week, and having covered 800 miles in a little under a week. So that's pretty good going.